everyone, welcome back. Thanks for being here. I am going to put together the book cover finally. I know I'm a little late doing this. It's a little behind the other portions, but hopefully if you're making one, you've been slow stitching yours. I finished mine. So here's what I'm going to do. I have two flaps here. I have the front, the lining, and a ribbon. So I am going to put the ribbon sort of center, but a little towards the front, which isn't that way. That's going to be the front. Mostly centered. And I have excess ribbon here, so that's okay. I'm going to try and center my fabric. Now, I'm sorry for the lighting and stuff. I'm sitting at my sewing machine, so bear with me. All right, so I've got my flaps. These are going to be the flaps that the book cover fold into. So this is going to go between the layers. I'm going to take these pins out just in case I mess something up. And put them closer to the center, but not in any area where I'm going to be sewing. Okay. Now I only have one layer batting for 1/2 of these. I'll show you. I only have batting for 1/2 of these because I don't want them too bulky and they get folded in half anyway. So I'm going to put that, and I'm going to put this one facing this way. So my dragonflies are all going in the same direction. And I have a little more of the lining fabric than the cover fabric, but that's okay. All right. I think that's all crooked now. I should put a pin there. You know what? I'm going to move these flaps in a little bit. I said it was okay that I had a little excess, but I want to make sure I have enough flappage. So I'm moving them in a little bit on each side. So bear with me. It has been ages since I did one of these. Ages, like years and years and years and years and years since I made a book cover. So I'm working it out. I already made one boo-boo that I filmed and you won't ever see because there's really no need for you to see it. All right, it's got to be, I'm trying to rush because I'm on camera. I'm going to line the edge of the flaps up with the edge of the outside book cover because really that's what I need to line them up to. Okay, look at this, look at that pin. That's so janky. Okay. I'm sorry for the shadows and so forth. I apologize. I'm trying my best. I will work on lighting. I'm probably going to have to get another light if I'm going to do any machine stitching here. Did I pull? No, I did not. That's why it won't move. I'm no expert on anything, filming, machine stitching, putting book covers together. I'm just trying to do my best. Okay. What I am going to do is I'm going to leave a large edge, probably at the top. No, I'm going to sew the top. Probably at the bottom, I'm going to leave a large gap open so I can flip all this out, and it's quite bulky, so I'm going to leave quite a large gap because these little mitts have to get in there. All right, I'm going to move you and try and tilt you a little more, and hopefully you will be able to see what I'm doing. If my arms or my hands or anything get in the way, I do truly apologize. And I will not talk during this. I'll just sew. If I talk, what I'm going to do is speed it up and cut the sound. And if I talk, I will come back on and talk to you and stop the machine. I need one more pin to help me secure this ribbon. I'm not happy with where it is. It keeps moving on me, shifting. I'm happy with where it is. I just want it to stay there. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to have to trim all around the edges. So I am going to flip everything around. I'll be right back. So let me explain what's happening. I moved craft rooms, and this is my initial soiree into recording here in the new setup. So this was my experiment, and you all are my test pilots, and that is maybe not to your advantage, but I appreciate you being here. So if you can bear with me, I took the other one out, I'm assuming, I hope. All right, I'm going to get the big scissors, get my mat, put that back over here, and I am going to trim this down without cutting that, hopefully, because that would be a bad thing. I hope I've made this big enough. I could have really messed up, so we shall see. Just bear with me. If I start sobbing hysterically, you'll know that I messed up. And you know what I'll do? I'll just make another book cover. And this will be a book cover for something else other than my planner. It's okay. I just want to trim some of this bulk off of here. I'm assuming that my cover was the right size and the lining was extra big. We are hoping. Okay, I can cut that ribbon there. That's sewn in. Oof, that's a lot of bulk. Okay. All right, fingers crossed. I'm just going to cut this side a little bit because I'm not tearing all these stitches out. Let me clue you in. I'm stubborn. I'm not that stubborn. Okay, fingers crossed. I did this correctly, because if I didn't, like I said, I certainly do not, really do not want to tear this out. Now, the batting inside the flaps might have been a little too much, but we'll see. We shall see. Sometimes turning these things right side out is, yay, it worked, or Oh gosh, I really messed that up. Okay, come on. Now I had, but I don't know where it is at the moment. I think I'm gonna have to go get it at another date. So I have it here next time, but I had a bone folder that you can poke your corners out with really nicely. But it does not appear to be in here. Okay, scared myself. Did I scare you? It's okay, it's all right. These flip in this way. Almost stopped my own heart there. It has been a long, did I mention it's been a very long time since I made one of these? And I could have very easily really messed it up. Yeah, it has. I almost did. I could have. I may still have. I don't know. But there we go. Alrighty. And then all I have to do is stitch this shut here. And it will be done. And I will probably ladder stitch that by hand. Give me a minute and I will pull this together. And there's my, let's see, planner. Okay, fingers crossed. That goes up that way. Oh, yeah, it's a bit squeezy. Woo! Oh boy. Ah. Look at that. Is that not perfect or what? Look. And it closes. The first time I started this and made the lining, I did not make it so that it would close. So there you go. Now, there are a variety of things you can do. And I thought about doing them, but I thought, you know, I haven't done this in a long time. I'm not going to try it on this one. I don't need this to stay shut. This is just my planner for my filming and stuff when I'm doing videos and all that. It's not my personal planner. But if you wanted to make it for something that stayed closed, you could put, this is the edge, you could put a piece of elastic here and a piece of elastic here. And when those two meet, you could put a pencil in there. You could put a loop in one and in this one and put a button here. And all you would do is when you're sewing it together and you're laying these down, you would put that in between the layers with the flap here. Okay, so this is finished on the inside. There's no raw seams. All the seams are on the inside, and that just fits, just fits. So, yeah, I am going to be very pleased with this. I have just been sticking my pencil in here, which I could probably still do, but I can't open and close the book with the pencil in there. So let's see. I put this in like that, put that in like that. Oop. Now I'm struggling. Oh. There. Okay. Squish that through. So if I wanted to, I may get some fabric and stitch a pencil holder either here on the edge. I could sew 2 loops down. I have some space here. I can feel it in the cover. I still have, I can pinch a little bit of space here, and I could, you know, jerry rig a loop up or something to put my pencil in. I don't know what I'm going to do. I could put a pocket on the inside, but that's going to make it stick up more like that. So I don't know that I want to do that. I could do something so the pencil rests here, just so, you know, a loop here and a loop here, and put the pencil in, and it could stay on the back cover like that. I think that's probably what I'm going to do. if I do that, I will show you the finished product then. But I was like, I need to get this video done. I have some stuff happening this weekend. I'm filming this on Friday, February 2nd. So I wanted to get this done because there's a little project that I'm going to be getting involved in that is going to take a fair amount of my time in the coming couple of months. And I will let you know what that is probably next week. Not making any promises, but also I probably will not, I'm expecting to not be able to do quite as much filming for at least a couple of months, possibly longer. I'm going to film when I can. It's just not going to be every other day. You're not going to see a video from me every other day. So I'm just going to tell you that now. I am planning on continuing the season project that I'm doing with Corinne. And some other people are involved in it as well. I should iron this by rights. I should iron these together. But me being me, I ain't gonna do it. Okay. Let me just try and get this as flat and behaving as I can. Excuse my arms. I am going to have to switch the position that my table is in. For one, I want to be able to open the window. I'm facing a window right now, and I can see that this is the first sunny day since I moved where my craft room is. It used to be in the bedroom, and it is now in a basement bedroom. So I am, hold that thought, trying to gather my thread. I am going to be rearranging until it works for me. And the sun is coming in. It's still it's February 2nd, like I just said. It's not January, Martha. And I can see that the sun is blaring through the window across from me. And that is not going to be conducive to filming or me staying cool in the summer. When the trees, that's only getting in my way. When the trees are out, now you can sew this by machine. You could top stitch the whole thing, but because my planner barely fits, if I top stitched it all the way around, the flaps would be too small. So I'm not going to do that, and I don't want to do the stitching for that. So I'm just going to close this by hand, and it'll work just fine. Okay, so yeah, the trees will have leaves on them in the summer, but I have a feeling that I'm still going to get blasted by sun. We'll see. But I'd also like to open that window. That's where the birds and the squirrels are. And I'm on ground level now with the birds and the squirrels. Well, not the birds and the trees, unfortunately. I will miss looking out on my deck and seeing the squirrels scamper around and seeing my pretty flowers and stuff. But I needed to move. I want to I don't want to say expand. I want to be able to use more of my craft supplies and film at the same time. So in order to do that, I couldn't do it in the bedroom. Just wasn't enough space. I didn't want to, I'm going to bring you down just a little bit. I don't even know if you can see what I'm doing. I hope you can. It's really hard to tell on the camera if this is working or not. I hope it is. But I didn't want to make a mess out of the carpet up there. And this carpet already has a few things wrong with it. This room has a few things wrong with it, but that's okay. So yeah, I'm hoping this works out. I may give up on this. I move my craft room. If I don't rearrange it, I move it from a different part of the house to a different, from where it is to a different part of the house, probably at least once a year. And I change what I'm doing usually that often too. You know, one year it might be journals. Well, I think I did journals for like 3 years. You know, before that it was weaving and spinning yarn and dyeing my own yarn and yeah, all kinds of things. I've done a wide variety of crafts, as I know many of you have as well. And so I think jelly printing, it would be fun to bring you along if I'm doing that. If I'm dyeing fabric, it's going to be here in the basement. If I'm jelly printing, it's going to be in the basement. It may not all, I mean, I'd like to get that stuff into this room, not the dyeing of threads or fabric. I would not bring that into this room. We have an unfinished part of the basement, and that would be where I would do the messy stuff like that. But I could jelly print in here as long as I don't drop any paint on the carpet, which I think I did during my last jelly printing, but don't tell Tony. All right. Need one more. I can't tell where my stitches on the machine ended and where I have to stitch to. So yeah, I am hoping that I can do a little wider variety, maybe, of crafting. We'll see. I really love my slow stitching, and I love the projects I'm doing. So back to the fact that I might not be able to work on projects on videos quite as regularly. I hope that doesn't harm my channel any. I hope you'll come back and visit me when I am, but I will explain that in a future video, the reasons why. I'm fine. It's not health. It has nothing to do with health. Mental health maybe, but not in a bad way. So yeah. If it all turns out well, plus Tony is around to help me, so he can help with that too, and we will survive it together. Anyway, oh Martha, really? You know, it's so easy to get discombobulated when you move stuff around. All right. This is the top. That's my bookmark. It's done. It was that easy. It was way simpler than I was making it out to be. As usual, I do not make things out to be very simple when it comes to making things. So really simple, really, really simple. You can do this for any book. You can do it to size it for paperbacks. You can do it to size it for, you know, a planner. You can do it to size it for just about anything. So let me raise you up a little again. So there it is. So I am thankful for you joining me, and I hope that you're doing well. I did not mention that. This was a quickie to just show you how to put that together. When I have enough space here, I'm definitely going to do something here, and whatever that is, it will just be, I don't know if it'll be a piece of fabric, possibly like, let me show you this. I did this very simple cover for my planner as well. I have two planners, one upstairs in my room and this one, which is my crafting planner. I don't know if this one will go upstairs and this one stay down here with this planner, vice versa, don't know. But this was a piece of a quilt that I got from, for some reason I can't remember her name off the top of my head. Anyway, it was just one piece of quilt. It was just wide enough for me to fold in and have these little flaps here. So let me get this out of this one without tearing the ribbon off of it. So these flaps are not nearly as wide. It's a little janky like that, but it's fine, really. It's going to stay on. And then you can put one, like one of these can go on the month and one of these can go on the week. Oh gosh, Martha. I don't film for a week and I get in trouble. And you can put it on the other one on the week you're on or whatever floats your boat. And this was very simple. I just folded in the flaps, stitched them down. I blanket stitched all the way across. Let me get these out of here. Blanket stitched all the way around the edge, down this edge, because these were all raw edges showing the batting. And I just blanket stitched around it. And I put this pencil holder in it. So that's on the front. And that's fine for this one. And so, like I said, I don't know if this will go upstairs or stay downstairs for this one. And this is the other. So you can get as fancy dancy or as plain and simple as you want with making book covers. So that's it for today. Very short video. Hopefully you could see what I was doing because I'm not doing this over again. I hope I didn't mess up the filming. So everybody take care. I'll be back sometime in a week or so, in the next week or so. And I will explain things further and maybe we'll do a little tour of the craft room as soon as I get it all figured out as to what really works for me. This is not going to work, so I'm going to have to move things around for the third time. So everybody take care. Happy crafting. Thanks for being here. As always, I always appreciate you. Subscribe because I'll be back. Who knows with what? Bye, everybody.